So this is my bow using graphic print fabric. This method varies from when I use solid print fabrics, mostly because I need to fold and sew and manipulate the fabric so the graphic design that I want is at the front of the bow. Like for this one, I wanted that bunny and that cat in the front, so I have to manipulate the bow a little bit differently than if I was using just a solid print fabric. So let's begin. First of all, this is my fabric and I've cut it approximately 6 inches by 5 inches. For this, I just kind of cut so that the graphics that I want will be in the front. I fold it over, and once I fold it, I want to sew the top, but leaving an opening so that I can turn it inside out later. So this is what it should look like. I've sewn, left an opening, and now once I've done this, I can turn it inside out when I'm done, and I just need to make sure I fold it to the right direction now. So I want that bunny in the front. So I'm going to fold my fabric. Just this will be what will be the front of the bow, and you can see that bunny is going to be in the front and that cat's going to be in the front. So I will be sewing the sides, but I want to sew it with this side facing up because I need this opening to be folded down and sewn like that so that I don't have any kind of thickness in my bow. Once I've sewn the sides, I can turn it inside out, making sure that my edges are nice and crisp. And there is the bow, and this is what it should look like when I've done the center. So I have my bunny and my cat in there. Now to do the center, I cut the fabric approximately 1.5 inches. You don't need to have so much. You only use about maybe 2 inches total, but I just like to make a long one because I usually do multiple bows at one time. So I'm going to fold and sew straight across, and this is what it should look like. I take just a regular safety pin and I push it through to be able to turn it inside out. And one thing I've learned is to try to have good little safety pins. I have a dollar store one, and it sometimes opens up and gets caught in the fabric and I have to start all over again. So having a good pin helps. But once I got through this is what the center looks like. And then I take my bow and I'm going to align it to how I would like for it to look. And for this project, I want that little tiny pink heart to go in the middle of the bow. See that little tiny heart? So I'm going to manipulate the fabric so that I make sure that that is going to be right in the center of my bow. I'm going to scrunch it up and I'm going to mark it and cut it, always leaving a little extra at the ends because you'll have a little thickness depending on your fabric. So that's approximately how much fabric I'll need for the center. And I use these shearing scissors, so that's 2.25 inches. And I've sewn it close together to make a loop. And so this is what it looks like. And this is the center, and you can see the little heart's going to be in the middle. So I'm going to pull it through my bow, and it's going to be right at the center where I want it to be, that little pink heart. So then you just have to work to manipulate it to look the way that you would like it to look. And just kind of stretch it out and move it with your fingers so that the heart or whatever is right at the center, and that's my final bow. So this is the difference between a graphic and a solid print bow. See the sides? They have a little stitching right there, whereas if it was a solid color, that would not be there. So I did close the opening. I didn't show it, but I did close it where I turned it inside out. And this is my final bow. Thank you.